MotoGP is back, and finally, once again, we can bathe in the light of the world's greatest motorsport. It's going to be an interesting first race weekend with lots of new riders racing for new teams and on new machines, as well as getting the first ever sprint race. It'll be interesting to see how it all plays out over the weekend, and there will be plenty to watch. So, let's preview this weekend in Portimao in this video. Starting off with an announcement, I will once again be running the MotoGP Fantasy Gravel Trap League thing, and I'll leave the code that you need to join maybe on the screen here, and there'll be a link in the description down below. So if you want to join up and compete in our little fantasy league for this channel, do that in the description down below, or use this code. Hopefully that all works, and I look forward to competing with you all in that. As per last year, we start these videos with the weather, and it's nice and easy this week. It's dry all weekend, which means we'll get lots of fast lap times hopefully, and maybe a few lap records broken as well. Qualifying around the Algarve International Circuit last year was held in mixed conditions, which means we can't learn too much about possible lap times for the MotoGP pole position predictor time from that event. But it was taken by Johann Zarco, who set a 1:42.003 in the Q2 session, which was obviously the pole time last year. But if we really want to learn more, we're going to have to look back to 2021 to get an idea of what the pole position time may be. In 2021, both qualifying sessions at the two races that Portimao held were dry, and the second one had the fastest pole position time, which was set by Pecco Bagnaia, who set a 1:38.725. Now in testing, Bagnaia has gotten as low as a 1:37.968, which would beat the all-time fastest lap record by a fair bit. And so that's what I would expect the pole position time to be around this year. In last year's race, Fabio Quartararo took a dominant victory by over 5 seconds from memory from Johann Zarco and the third place Aleix Espargaro. But what was almost more impressive was Alex Rins, who managed to climb from 23rd on the grid all the way up to 4th, this being a track that he obviously gelled with on the Suzuki. Whether or not that will carry through to the Honda, who knows, but he might be one to watch. Another one to watch, depending on how he gels with his new bike, could be Jack Miller, who also did a very impressive job before he took out Joan Mir in the latter stages of last year's race. The last rider who could be one to watch is, of course, Miguel Oliveira, who is the home rider this weekend. This is his home track, and he's now on an Aprilia that actually was on the podium last year with Aleix Espargaro. So, is it possible that he gets another race win at home? We shall have to see. Alright, with that all out of the way, I've decided to add a new section to these videos where I make 3 predictions on what I think will happen in this race weekend. So, the first one will be that Miguel Oliveira will step onto the podium at some point this weekend, whether it's in the sprint or the race, on his new Aprilia, of course. So that will be a very exciting thing if it comes true. My second prediction will be that there won't be a Honda in the top 10. Could be risky, don't know how good those Hondas are, but they didn't do so well in testing, so I think it's possible. And finally, I think that Alex Marquez on the Ducati will be in the top 5. This is a circuit he likes, and from testing, I think he was looking quite good on his new Ducati at Portimao. So hopefully he can get a top 5. I don't think he's managed it at this track before, maybe once before. Anyway, those are my 3 predictions. We'll see how they play out at the end of the weekend. Okay, so that's my preview of this first race weekend of 2023 at the Algarve International Circuit. Before I end, I do want to mention the 2023 MotoGP prediction survey that I posted in the community page. I'd love more people to fill that out. I want to do a thing at the end of the year where we look through your responses, and I've listed down all my responses, and I'd like to compare and contrast and see who was more accurate with their results, similar to what Chain Bear F1 does. Obviously, I didn't make a video for that because I haven't had that many responses yet to really go through them. So if you could fill that out, hopefully it doesn't take you too long, and I'd love to see some more responses come through on that. And I remind you once again that there will be the MotoGP Fantasy League thing down in the description below, so sign up to that if you want to join in. Thank you very much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope that you'll come back for the review video that I'll do after the race weekend. Thanks again for watching. Goodbye.